Hello everybody, welcome back to my Great Pottery Throwdown Challenge week 2. So week 2 on the show is to throw 3 nesting bowls, the 3 balls of clay, blindfold in 25 minutes. I have not practiced this. The only things I've done to prepare is prepare the clay and set up my camera and all my tools. On the show, it looked like the guys were they were throwing on bats like these ones, and they had clay pads on their wheel heads. So I'm actually not going to do that. I'm going to use wheel nuts and holes in my bat here. So I'm going to have to line those up when I'm blindfold, which I think is probably as hard as lining them up on a clay pad. We'll see, you let me know what you think. But if you're going to do this at home, then the clay weights that I'm using, they didn't tell us how much the clay they used was on the show, so I just guessed. So 500 grams is the small one, 750 is the big one, the medium one, and 1 kilo is the large one. And I'll put the weights in pounds underneath here. Sorry about the kind of very contrasty light. I hope you're still going to be able to see what I'm doing. But yeah, this is just the winter sun here in Somerset today. Okay, my glamorous assistant, I have a glamorous assistant, my husband. He is going to tell me when I have 15 minutes left, when I have 10 minutes left, when I have 5 minutes left, just because I'm going to be blindfold. You guys can see, I've put a clock over here so you can see that it's in real time. I'm not cheating, and I'm not going to edit this footage very much at all. I'm just going to chop the beginning and the end off and add some music. I'm going to be kind of chatting to you like as I'm making, just because I feel like that would be a fun thing to do and to like kind of share what I'm learning and what I'm feeling as I'm doing it. So glamorous assistant, please may you pass me my blindfold, which is just on the table in front of you. Thank you. So here goes my blindfold. What I'm going to do is I have my spare bats here. I'm going to try and kind of aim to put my finished bowls up here. Ooh, what's that? My balls of clay are going to go up here. So small one first. Blindfold on. Wish me luck. Okay, you're gonna ready with the timer, the stopwatch. You have to. Are you going to put a 25-minute timer on?
25 minutes. Tell me when you're ready.
I've got a bit of fluff. Okay, so my water's here, my tools are there. That's where my clay is. That's where my bats are. Okay. Okay, my wheel is on. Okay, I think I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay.
And go.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just feeling for where my bat is. That kind of feels a bit central. And my sponge. Okay, guys, you're gonna have to trust me when I say I literally can't see a thing. Okay, so first one. Woo. Oh, this feels weird. This is the small one, so this is the 500 grams. Yeah. Okay, I've got a few air bubbles in there, so I obviously didn't prep this clay very well. I'm going to cone it up a couple of times to try and get rid of those air bubbles. Okay, so 500 grams so far doesn't feel too bad, but I'm kind of very early on into the process, so we'll see. Okay, so now I'm gonna find the center. Oh god, I have no idea how far down I'm gonna go. I don't want to go too far down because I'm gonna risk going through. I'm just opening out now. I'm really guessing how wide I need to open this bowl. I'm going to use my palm as like a bit of a gauge, throwing gauge, just to see. That's kind of feels about right. Maybe whether my base is really, really thin. Okay, compress that base. I'm going to go for my first pull. Slow the wheel down a little bit. I know a lot of you guys throw with Shimpo wheels and wheels that are completely silent, which my wheel isn't, but I'm kind of glad because that really helps me determine how fast my wheel's spinning, because I can hear the sound of the wheel. Okay, I feel like I've got quite a lot of clay at the bottom still, so I'm just gonna spend a little bit of time pulling that up. And now I'm gonna shape my bowl, so I think I've got about the height that I want. I'm gonna start shaping it out now. On this show, Keith's bowls looked quite straight-sided, but I know he said that he wanted them to have a nice curve, so I'm gonna aim for mine to be curvy if I can. We shall see. You can be the judge whether you think that they are curvy enough. Okay. I'm just going to use my hand again to see how wide it is. Okay, so it's kind of like this diameter. Oh, it's so weird not being able to see how far out my bowl is. See how wide it is and see how high it is. Okay, I'm going to try and take out all the water on the inside. And off the bat as well. Okay, I think my first bowl is done, I think. And take my wire, because they wired them through on the show. Ooh, I don't know whether I've completely ruined that then. And then I'm gonna take the bat off the wheel and hope that I can put it over onto my shelf without destroying it. Okay, that's number one. How am I doing for time, glamorous assistant?
You have exactly 20 minutes and 2 seconds left.
Okay, all right, so now I have to put the bat back on the wheel with the bat pins and the holes. This is gonna be quite hard. Where's the bat pin? Ah! Okay, there's the hole. There's one. Oh, I think, is that on? I think that's on. Yeah. Oh, it feels a bit like it's not on properly. Okay, I think that's on. So I'm just gonna get the slip off my hands. I have a towel here somewhere. There we go. And then try and get the next bat. Oh no, I've still got the bat, I don't want the clay. There we go. Okay, so this one is the medium. I'm gonna go medium next. Okay, try and get it in the middle. I can. Oh, that doesn't feel very central. Okay, this is where my centering skills, I need to get them into play because I obviously cannot see if it's centered, I just need to feel if it's centered. Coning up and down is probably a really good way of getting it centered when you can't actually see, because that's how you can feel the clay is in the middle of the wheel. Okay, so this is a 750 gram ball. Okay, so there's my coning. And I'm going to feel for the diameter of the bottom of the bowl. On the show, he seemed to have quite a wide base to his bowls, and I'm guessing that's because you need that support at the bottom so that they don't flop. Okay, so here we go, I'm going to open out. Again, I've got no idea how far down I'm going. Just literally using my sense of touch and the sound of the wheel. It's interesting though, when you kind of know where the water is, it's quite easy to go back to it. And I always have my water over here, so that really helps. Oh, I think the camera's turned off, baby. Can you turn it back on? Is the red light on?
Yeah.
Is the phone still going?
Phone's still going.
Great. Okay, so opening out my bowl. I'm gonna do my first pull over here. So it feels like I've got quite a lot of clay to pull up. Oh, it doesn't feel very even, my wall. Okay, second pull. Oh, I can feel I have a really big wobble in this. It feels like I've got a really big wobble anyway. And my third pull, so this is the third pull, this is where I'm going to get the final amount of height on my bowl. And once I've got the height, I'm going to start opening it out. As you can see, I'm kind of trying to make my bowl kind of like this shape to begin with, because that helps keep the clay in the center of the wheel. If I started kind of pulling the bowl out like this, it would, the centrifugal force of the wheel would kind of make it fly off if it wasn't perfectly centered, which I don't think it is. Okay, now I'm going to start opening my bowl out. How much time have I got left?
You have 15 minutes and 1 second.
Okay, 15 minutes, so had 10 minutes. Okay. Here we go. That rim is not great. I'm using my span of my hand again just to feel how wide the bowl is. I think that I need to make it a little bit wider. I'm trying to get that nice curve that Keith talked about in the show. Whether I've actually got it or not, I don't know. Okay, taking all the water out from inside. I have to be careful where I'm putting my hands now because the bowl is bigger. I don't want to jog it accidentally. Okay, taking out all the water. And then I'm gonna cut it off my wire. I'm gonna use the bat, the edge of the bat as kind of my guide. Ooh, that felt weird. I don't know whether that's actually went through or not. Okay, I'm just gonna pretend that it did. Ah! I just jogged it. Okay, now I want my tool to help me lift my bat off the wheel. There we go. And then find my shelf. And the first bat is there. The second one. Okay, so now my third and final bowl. Gotta line up those nuts again with the holes on my bat. There's one hole. There's the other. Okay, what's the time, Mr. Wolf?
You have 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
Okay, so this one is going to be more difficult because there is more clay. It's going to take longer for me to center it, and it's going to be harder to control this amount of clay without seeing it. But I'm going to give it a go. Right, there's kind of the middle. Is that in the center? We shall see. It's not too bad. Okay. I'm gonna use all the tricks I have in the book to get that clay into the middle of the wheel, making sure my foundation arm is in the crook of my hip. I'm gonna use the full speed of my wheel because I don't want to be doing the hard work. I want my wheel to be doing the hard work. And I'm going to cone that clay up and down to make sure it's fully in the center and eliminate any air bubbles that I might have missed during wedging. Oh, this is another thing as well. I'm not sure whether I'm actually putting air into the clay by giving it a volcano. Felt like I had a volcano then. So this is the 1 kilo of clay. I'm gonna flatten it out now, make a disc, larger diameter. So again, using my hand, span of my hand, to try and guesstimate how wide I'm gonna need that base of my bowl to be. Okay, guessing, feels about right. And then find the center and drill down and then start opening out again. I have no idea how thick my base is, whether it's really thin or really thick. Ooh. It's harder with a bigger amount of clay. I've got further to move it. That. I have no idea whether that base is going to be wide enough. I'm just going to compress it a little bit. I won't be keeping these bowls, by the way. These will go straight back into reclaim. Okay. Now I'm going to do my first pull. Using my thumb over at 4 o'clock. Pushing the clay up towards the center of the wheel. Oh, I think I just jabbed my nail into the base. Okay, that's the first pull. The second pull. I don't know why we call it pulling in pottery. because it's actually more like a push, but there you go, we'll go with it. Okay, that's the second pull / push. And then the third pull, I'm just gonna start straightening it up in order to actually open out the bowl. Ugh, that feels weird. I really am kind of relying on all the muscle memory that I've built up through the years of throwing whilst doing it blindfold, and just hoping that my sense of touch isn't too far off what I can visualize in my head. Because kind of the fine details is when things start going a bit squiffy, I think, when you can't see. Okay, I'm gonna shape that bowl out a little bit more. How long left have I got?
Got 7 minutes and 54 seconds.
7 minutes left, okay. Oh, that feels so weird. Okay, how big is this bowl? Yeah, okay, well this bowl is bigger than the middle one, so that's, that's a good sign. I feel like I've got so much water on the inside. I don't know how curved the edge is, or the walls are. Set the rim. Okay, and then I'm going to take the water out on the inside. And yeah, excess water on the outside. Oh, I feel like I've got a really weird profile on this bowl. Ah! And I just knocked it with my elbow. Okay, I think that's pretty much there. I'm going to cut it through with the wire using the edge of the bat as a guide. Ah, that feels so weird. I don't even know whether that wire went through or whether it actually just cut it in half. I have no idea. Okay. Well,
6.5 minutes
see.
left.
Okay, I've got 6.5 minutes left. I'm pretty much there. This is my third bowl. If I can put it up here, or I'm going to put it down here actually. There we go. And then have a look and see what the bowls look like. Okay. I finished with a little bit of time to spare, but I'm okay with that. Oh, okay. They do not look half bad. I'm like so impressed with myself. I can't believe. Wow, so there are my 3 bowls. I mean, the nest, and this one is smaller than this one, although this one probably should have been a little bit bigger. My bases aren't too thin. Let me see if I do a needle trick. See how skinny my bases are. Yeah, that's not too bad. Wow, okay. There we go. Well, let me know how you guys got on with your nesting bowls. And yeah, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week with the next throwdown challenge, whatever that may be. Okay, bye guys.
To get personal help from me on your own pottery journey, check out my Pottery Club, where you'll get detailed tutorials, tips, tricks, and loads of recommendations, as well as a supportive community. The link is below this video. Thank you so much for watching.